friends, it's Miss Jenkins, your art teacher, and I am here to walk you through yet another fun and exciting art project. One of the things you're going to learn this year is your color wheel. Your color wheel is basically all the colors of the rainbow that are sort of recognized scientifically. And so we're going to do this cute little color wheel project that incorporates a figure behind an umbrella in the rain. Now for the example that you're looking at here, you can see that I did, I think a girl, because she's wearing a girly kind of raincoat and pink rain boots. So for the example that I walk you through, I'm gonna do somebody wearing pants, okay? So I'm just being fair. And then the most important thing for you to copy with me is making sure that you do this part as correct as you can, but it's okay if the bottom's a little bit different for your body or for the body of whoever the character is going to be. Okay, so materials you are going to need. You'll need a pencil, you'll need an eraser, you'll need some color pencils, and I say color pencils specifically because, or crayons, because you're going to do some color mixing today, and it's hard to do that with markers. So color pencils or crayons are your best bet. And then you'll want a black marker, a permanent black marker, and you'll need a ruler as well, okay? And do we need anything else? Nope, I think that's it. Okay, so let's get started, friends. Okay. All right, so the first thing you need to do is you need to find something that is circular. Remember how we did circles for our art project last week? I think it was it last week? It was the Kandinsky circles project. So you'll need to find another circular shape, something like a small bowl or a larger bowl or a plate. It kind of depends on the size of paper you're gonna use. But if you're using a regular sized paper, then a regular sized plate or a medium sized plate would probably be a nice template for a circle. I'm doing a slightly smaller sheet for the demo, but I used a larger sheet for the other one. So I'm gonna use this bowl or this pail, the top part of the pail, to actually trace around to make my circle shape for my umbrella. So in order to trace well, remember you need to hold whatever it is that you're tracing, hold it down nice and firm so it doesn't slide. And then we're gonna get to the next step, which is to find the perfect center of that circle. The easiest way to find the center of a circle, if you're just looking at it, is to stand above it and sort of eye it and find that middle spot as much as you can. Once you find as middle as you can put a little dot there, okay? Then you're gonna grab your ruler, and with your ruler, and I'm gonna go ahead and start using my black marker for this so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so you've got your little black dot and you've got your circular shape. Actually, I'm gonna stop with the black there because I need to change something. Okay, so once you have your dot in the middle, you wanna draw a straight line, a vertical line that is the same parallel as with the edge of your paper, but you're only drawing it inside your circle. Do not go outside the circle, okay? Then you're gonna turn your paper so that you can do a horizontal line. So again, inside the circle, boys and girls, inside the circle. So once you have that, a color wheel has 12 sections in it, okay? 12 sections. So what you're gonna do is all your sections are all going to come back to this middle circle. So within these sections, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. Within those sections, we need to do 3 pizza slices in each of those 4. So the best thing to do is to turn your color wheel to where this pizza slice, the point of this big pizza slice, is facing you. And then again, using your eyes, you can just make 2 marks. You see how I just made 2 marks like that? And those two marks, using my eyes, I feel like they are about the same size. The space in between from this line to this mark is about the same as the space between this mark and this mark. And again, the same from this mark to this line. Okay, does that make sense? I don't want to confuse you guys. But if you can do that, then you're able to use your ruler, and you want to make sure that your line goes from your mark to that point. So your ruler has to match that area so that you're able to draw your line from your mark that you put to the point in the center, okay? So use your ruler, and then you're going to do the same thing in the other 3 sections. You're going to turn it, look at it, mark it, and then using your ruler, you're going to draw a straight line from the mark to the middle point, okay? Got 2 more sections to do. Eyeing it, checking to see if the size is approximately the same. And then I'm going to draw my line from the point to the mark, or from the mark to the point. Again, one more time, checking to see if the size is right. From my point to the mark, again from my point to the mark. Now, the next thing you're going to do, and I kind of messed up a little bit when I did my line in black up here with the circle, because I'm going to turn my circle into the umbrella that sort of has these corners, these sharp corners and these straight edges going around the circle. And the way you do that is you, right where your pencil is, instead of just outlining right on top of that pencil, you're going to go in and do kind of like an inward curve from that pencil. Do you guys see what I did there? So I'm going to do an inward curve from line to line, and I'm going to spin my paper slowly, super slow, so that I can get that as best as I can. So it's a curved line that joins together the 2 lines that you just drew. So again, curve and curve. Okay, so now we have our umbrella. Isn't that so cool? All right, once you have your umbrella, then you can draw your body, or the bottom part of your figure, okay? So this time I'm going to draw pants. So I would draw a pair of pants by doing a line that comes down from the umbrella. And a little bit further away from that line, I would draw my second pair of pants. And I would draw a curved line at the bottom. And the other leg, only part of the pants on the other leg will show. So you see how I did that? I did a small curve, and then I came up, and the left side is much smaller than the right side, okay? Because we're seeing this side of the person more than the other side of the person. Then I can draw my rain boots, the bottom of the rain boots. So now you've got your rain boots. And then, my friends, you can draw your puddle of water that you're standing in. And a puddle of water is going to start somewhere up in the pants, like a little bit higher than the bottom of the pants. And the puddle can just simply wiggle around your body. And that way, you want to make sure that this side and this side of that puddle are above the shoe, above into the pants a little bit, like you see here and here. And that is so that it looks like you're standing in the puddle instead of on top of the puddle, okay? And then it's your choice what you want to color your clothing in. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the color wheel, okay? So you're going to need to grab your red, like the most red color that you have. And let me see, let me find a red for Miss Jenkins. All right, I found a red. And this first section is going to be just red, okay? So it's the top right section. It's just regular old red, okay? So I'm filling that in with my colored pencil. Now the next section is called red orange. So I'm going to label my red part R-E-D, okay? Red orange is not going to just be your regular orange color, but in fact it needs to be more than that. So just an orange is not going to work. So I'm going to mix red and orange together. But to do that, I have to do a very light layer of the red. So I'm using the same red, but I'm filling it in very lightly, okay, very lightly, so it's really grainy and soft. And then I'm going to take my orange and add that on top of my red. And then do you see how that starts to look like a red orange? Isn't that cool, boys and girls? Mixing is so fun. And if you feel like it still looks too orange and not red orange, you just go back and you add a little bit more red on top of it. Pretty cool, right? So this one is called red, R-E-D dash orange. So that's O-R-A-N-G-E. The next section after red orange is just normal orange. So just regular orange. So you see how the difference between the red orange and the orange? So if you laid down your orange and it looked way too much like the red orange, then you know there's a problem. Then you know what you need to do to fix it, right? You would need to add more red to the red orange. So then we're going to label this one orange, O-R-A-N-G-E. Now we're going to do yellow orange. So I've got my orange color here, and I've got a yellow. Where's my yellow? I've got a yellow right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a very light layer of the original orange that I used over here right above. Very soft layer, kind of using the side of my pencil as much as possible. And then I'm going to take my yellow and add that on top of the orange. Whoa, would you look at that? Doesn't that look great? So it doesn't look quite yellow and it doesn't look quite orange. It looks pretty yellow-orange to me. What do you guys think? So Y-E-L-L-O-W dash O-R-A-N-G-E. Next is yellow, just plain yellow, so I can go ahead and fill in with just my yellow color pencil. And then I'm going to turn it so I can write the word yellow comfortably. So Y-E-L-L-O-W. Next, my friends, I want to do a yellow green. So I've got the yellow that I was using, and now I have a green. I'll begin by layering a very light layer of green. And then I'll take my yellow and fill in yellow on top of it. And I'm pushing a little bit harder with my yellow, more than I did with my green, so that it turns it into a nice bright yellow green. So now we're going to write yellow green in this section. So Y-E-L-L-O-W dash G-R-E-E-N. Yellow green. Pretty cool, right? Remember that if you need to pause or slow down or stop or go back, you have that ability. Next in the color wheel is just green. So as you can tell from what we're doing so far, every color, like color that's just one word, like red, is separated by another color that is made up of two words, right? And if you look at the color wheel, red, orange, above it is the red and below it is orange. So those double words are always located right after or right before a single color word. Okay, so we've got our green. So now I'm going to write the word green, G-R-E-E-N. Then I'm going to find my blue so that I can make a blue-green. I'm going to lightly layer my blue. Always that first layer is going to be a little bit lighter than your second layer typically. Then I'm going to lay down my green on top of that blue. And I feel like I actually need more blue in here. It looks just a little too green to me. So I'm going to come with a third layer of my blue again, so I can make it more blue-green. Isn't that wonderful, boys and girls? I just love color mixing. So this one is titled Blue, B-L-U-E dash green, G-R-E-E-N. After blue-green comes, does anybody know? Blue. That's right, it's blue. So regular blue in here. So then I'm going to label it blue, B-L-U-E. After blue comes blue violet. So I'm going to keep my blue, and then I'm going to find a purple or a violet, and I'm going to begin by adding a light layer of violet to that section. And take my blue and add blue on top of that violet. Look at that blue violet, boys and girls. Look at that. Isn't color mixing the best? Okay, so blue, B-L-U-E dash, violet is V-I-O-L-E-T. Next is violet, so that's our purple color. So I'm going to come in here and fill that in with purple. And I'm going to label it violet, V-I-O-L-E-T. And the last color in our color wheel is red violet. So I'm going to lightly layer in my purple or my violet. Those two words are interchangeable. They mean the same thing. And then I'm going to take my red and layer it on top of the violet. And you can see how that is turning into a red violet. And I want to add a little bit more violet to it. So I'm going to do that again. Okay, and then I'm going to label it. So R-E-D dash and V-I-O-L-E-T for red violet. Isn't that cool, you guys? So now we have our umbrella color wheel. You can go in and erase these extra pencil lines that are right here. And then the last thing you're going to do is fill in your water. And in order to get water just right, I'm gonna try to add some different blues in there to kind of give it that effect that light and shadow would have on water, right? Like some parts would look darker and some parts would look lighter. And then I'm gonna color in my pants. So you can decide what color you wanna color your clothing. And I'm using a marker for this, so you are welcome to switch to markers at this point. If you want to do markers for the water and for the clothing and the shoes, you can totally do that. And let's see, let's do some yellow rain boots. Love it. And then, my friends, the last thing you're gonna do is add some raindrops. So raindrops can just be little, small, quick, gestural drops, little tiny short lines. Or like what Miss Jenkins did here is I did little teardrop shaped thingies. So that is another option. And then I took a darker blue and I just did a darker blue line on one side to kind of give it the effect that you have here. So now you see what this can become with your awesome hard work and concentration. I'm so excited to see what you guys produce. Can't wait. Have a great time. I hope you have fun making this and enjoyed your time with me today. Love you guys. Bye.